Last week, a Lebanese woman held up her bank in Beirut, demanding money from her own account. She had a gun, which actually she later said was a toy. She was accompanied by activists. The whole thing was live streamed, went really big on Twitter. She said that she wanted the money for her sister's cancer treatment. And eventually she did leave with $13,000, the equivalent of $13,000 of her own money. Basically, banks in Lebanon since late 2019 have instituted strict controls on how much money you can take in foreign currency even from your own account. So she said that she had tried to meet with the bank manager several times, and that explaining that she needed the money for her sister's treatment, and that she was at the end of her rope. Basically, you saw her becoming a folk hero in real time. People were talking about it on Twitter. Famous people were talking about it on Twitter. Of course, that probably didn't feel the same for the people who work in the banks and are faced with what seems like a scary situation for them, I'm sure. And that actually wasn't even the only holdup at a bank that day. And then later in the week, there were holdups across Lebanon, same situation, people demanding money from their own accounts. One guy had a rifle, one guy said he also had a toy gun, one guy had an actual gun, but the point is that people are basically fed up with the fact that they can't get their own money. So a month ago, there was a 7-hour hostage standoff at a bank in Beirut. A guy came in, said that he wanted money again from his own account for his father's medical bills, and people ended up standing outside the bank, chanting him, supporting him, and he's become something of a folk hero. He got his money, or not all of his money, but he got $35,000 of his money, was able to leave, and actually, once he was arrested, he went on hunger strike, and the bank decided not to press charges. So now this is becoming somewhat of a trend. Some of these people are becoming almost folk heroes because I guess people can relate to what they're doing and their desperation. The banks have announced that they're going to close for several days because, of course, the people who work at the banks are feeling pretty uncomfortable. Since late 2019, when what we can call Lebanon's financial and economic crisis started, the currency has lost about 90% of its value. So dollars are, of course, what people want if the currency, the local currency is worth almost nothing. The vast majority of people are now living under the poverty line. And just in general, a lot of services have collapsed. It's all related, but there's almost no electricity, fuel prices are up, prices of almost everything are up, and your money's worth less.